Is my favourite story, I think, in showbiz this year. The Justin Baldoni war with Blake Lively, which seems to me, initially I felt quite sorry for Blake Lively.
Today's story is bursting with Hollywood rumors and surprising insights into one of America's most talked about actresses, Blake Lively. We're going to explore why Jennifer Garner, Scarlett Johansson, and even British royalty have all been linked to controversies involving her. Is it tabloid drama or a glimpse of something deeper beneath the surface? Grab your popcorn, because here's how it all unfolds. It begins with Jennifer Garner, who has apparently harbored resentment toward Blake Lively for over a decade. The tension dates back to 2010, when Ben Affleck directed and starred in The Town, with Blake playing his on-screen love interest. She was 23, he was 38, and Affleck was not just a co-star, but also the director. At the time, he was married to Jennifer Garner, who was already wary of Ben's rocky romantic history. After all, he'd once been engaged to Jennifer Lopez before pivoting to Jennifer Garner, sparking allegations of emotional overlap. So when Blake came into the picture, Garner's alarm bells rang. As rumors of a possible affair circulated, fans noticed Blake's sudden breakup with Gossip Girl co-star Penn Badgley, which aligned uncomfortably with the filming of The Town. Ben and Blake's chemistry on press tours only fueled suspicions. Behind the scenes, Jennifer was anxious about the parallel to her own history with Ben, while Blake eventually drifted toward a relationship with Leonardo DiCaprio and later Ryan Reynolds. The damage to Ben and Jen's marriage seemed done. By 2014, Garner was allegedly so uneasy about them interacting that she asked Ben not to work on a film connected to Ryan Reynolds, fearing more chances for him to cross paths with Blake. Then came Ben's reported nanny scandal, and he and Garner announced their split in 2015, finalizing the divorce in 2018. Next comes the story of Scarlett Johansson, who was married to Ryan Reynolds from 2008 to 2010. Their union ended soon after Ryan filmed Green Lantern with Blake. Rumors from that set claimed Ryan and Blake got unusually close, even leaving for private hotel visits. Scarlett, normally tight-lipped, didn't attend the film's premiere.
Then I've been reading all the messages between them all, and which she's been putting out, obviously, and it just seems like a pair of absolute weapons-grade narcissists.
And shortly after, she and Ryan publicly confirmed their divorce, though there was no official statement about Blake's role. Insiders say Scarlett's not exactly fond of Blake. It's another instance of Blake aligning with a man whose existing relationship was already on shaky ground, leaving questions about whether she contributed to its collapse. One of the oddest controversies involving Blake centers on a possible jab at Kate Middleton. The Duchess of Cambridge was grappling with a heavily photoshopped official photo that invited media backlash, all while recovering from surgery. Right then, Blake posted a highly edited image of herself with a caption about being totally not photoshopped, seemingly drawing attention to Kate's scandal, though the royal family never publicly called her out. Sources suggest the palace was irritated by what they saw as a mean-spirited move at an unfortunate time. Blake's problems also extend to her early breakthrough on Gossip Girl. While her character, Serena van der Woodsen, and Leighton Meester's Blair Waldorf were famously entwined on screen, off-camera accounts describe a frosty relationship. Leighton focused on honing her performance, whereas Blake leveraged the show's visibility for fashion deals and magazine spreads. Their personalities clashed, and when Leighton married Adam Brody, Blake was nowhere to be seen on the guest list. Penn Badgley, who dated Blake both on and off the show, has similarly avoided discussing her in interviews, despite praising other co-stars. It appears that these relationships ended on terms too uncomfortable to rehash. Then, there's A Simple Favor, the twisty comedy thriller that brought together Blake and Anna Kendrick. Though the pair played complicated friends on screen, reports say their off-screen relationship was no less complicated. Anna, known for her unpretentious sense of humor, reportedly clashed with Blake's more meticulous approach. Some crew members claim Blake halted production when she disliked how she looked in a shot, and Anna found that self-focused. Fans who watched their joint interviews noticed tension, and Anna skipped certain events where she'd have had to share the spotlight with Blake. When a sequel was announced, observers immediately wondered whether Anna would even want to reprise her role alongside Blake. There's also a brief but telling chapter involving Leonardo DiCaprio.
You were teaching Justin how to pull you in.
Where have you seen this?
I don't think people realize how involved she was in this movie. And she's a producer on the film from the beginning to the end.
In 2011, Blake had a whirlwind romance with the Oscar-winning actor that fizzled within months. Insiders say Blake tried hard to blend into Leo's circle of friends, sending him pictures of a Barbie doll to keep things playful. While some might find that cute, word on the street is that Leo found it overbearing. He'd dated plenty of women, but supposedly grew tired of Blake's intensity, ending the relationship quickly. Unlike some of Leo's other exes, Blake hasn't remained on friendly terms with him. More recently, tension has flared up with Justin Baldoni over the adaptation of Colleen Hoover's novel, It Ends With Us. Early announcements framed Blake and Justin as the dream team, but legal disputes and behind-the-scenes creative clashes suggest otherwise. People following these developments see this as yet another example of Blake finding herself at the center of discord. Whether it's direct conflict or PR misunderstandings, drama seems to hover around her projects. Meanwhile, Jennifer Garner has landed on solid ground. She's been dating businessman John Miller for years, focusing on co-parenting her children with Ben Affleck. She also returned to action roles, such as reprising Elektra in Marvel crossovers, and fans appreciate her grounded, drama-free image. Even so, reports claim Garner actively avoids being anywhere near Blake. When she worked with Ryan Reynolds on the Adam Project, she sidestepped group photo ops that would include Blake. It's a testament to how enduring Garner's dislike might be. It's worth asking how Blake manages to retain her likable, warm persona in the public eye. She maintains a fun social media presence, trades playful jabs with her husband, and comes across as personable at public events. She's recognized for gorgeous red carpet looks and a knack for comedic timing, as seen in her banter with Ryan. Despite swirling allegations, home-wrecking rumors, feuds with co-stars, and even potshots at royalty, she continues to command a strong fan base. Some say it's a masterful public relations strategy, where each rumor is swiftly overshadowed by the next glamorous appearance or clever Instagram post. Hollywood is no stranger to illusions, and if there's one thing it rewards, it's a carefully constructed brand. Blake's brand is family-oriented, stylish, and witty.
After much anticipation, It Ends With Us has finally hit theaters. But the rumor drama surrounding the film has been getting more attention than the movie itself.
That might be enough to keep negative press at bay, unless a scandal reaches a tipping point that can't be ignored. Still, the fact that so many separate stories point to Blake's involvement hints at more than just idle gossip. Jennifer Garner's ordeal with Ben, Scarlett Johansson's icy vibe, Anna Kendrick's annoyed silence, Kate Middleton's rumored annoyance, and DiCaprio's quick exit suggest a pattern. It's rare that so many different people, from such distinct backgrounds, describe comparable experiences of friction or questionable behavior. Could it be that Blake is just unlucky, repeatedly cast into roles where she develops intense chemistry with her co-stars, and tabloids inflate normal working relationships into scandalous affairs? Possibly. Hollywood thrives on gossip. It's part of the machine. Relationships end, new ones begin, and fans piece together any overlap with eager curiosity. Yet the consistent narrative that emerges around Blake is that she steps on toes, whether those of co-workers, fellow A-listers, or even real-life royalty. The off-screen tension with Anna Kendrick illustrates how these stories persist. Anna typically praises her co-stars or shares lighthearted anecdotes, but with Blake, she's notably guarded. She's avoided public shoutouts, and fans see subdued body language in interviews. Penn Badgley took a similar approach after his breakup with Blake, praising nearly everyone else and remaining diplomatically silent on her. It's a recurring pattern, an apparent distance that suggests deeper issues behind the scenes. And then there's the question of timing. With both Ben Affleck and Ryan Reynolds, Blake seemed to step into the picture while they were transitioning out of serious relationships. She didn't exactly hide the chemistry with either leading man. People who notice those overlaps might wonder if she's simply attracted to people in complicated emotional territory, or if she actively pursues these situations. Regardless of which explanation you find more plausible, it's undeniable that a swirl of controversy follows Blake. Yet her public persona, a witty social media star, a devoted mother,
they're done. And it's no wonder everyone avoided them like the plague.
TMZ just dropped a bomb on Blake Lively.
a glamorous icon, remains unscathed for the most part. She's rarely engaged in public feuds, preferring instead to post fun photos and cryptic jokes. That coy refusal to address rumors head-on has kept them from fully exploding into major scandals. The tension with Justin Baldoni over It Ends With Us might prove to be a new challenge. Their dispute has legal implications, and if more details come out, the public might learn how Blake handles conflict in a setting that's harder to dismiss as mere rumor. Will she address the issues openly or stick with the strategy of silence and distraction? If critics continue linking her name to behind-the-scenes drama, at some point she might feel compelled to speak. On the flip side, Jennifer Garner is enjoying a resurgence in both her personal and professional life, and she's apparently content to avoid any direct confrontation with Blake. She's co-parenting amicably with Ben and focusing on her own career success. Since she's chosen not to air grievances publicly, it's hard to see that animosity fade. When you quietly distance yourself from someone, it can resonate as a deeper, longer-lasting form of disapproval. All of this raises the question, what do fans believe? Many remain devoted to Blake and praise her for her comedic flair, sense of style, and charm. Some argue that every rumor is inflated and point out that tabloids thrive on pitting women against each other. Others see a pattern that can't be ignored, suspecting Blake intentionally maneuvers for personal gain, leaving emotional or professional wreckage behind. It's also possible that she simply excels in a cutthroat industry where forging strategic alliances, building hype, and riding waves of publicity, negative or not, pays off. Hollywood is full of stories about ambitious stars stepping over coworkers, but if you can maintain a positive public brand, you won't necessarily face the same backlash as someone whose image is already tarnished. So, is Blake a misunderstood actress caught in relentless tabloid speculation, or is there truth to claims she's manipulated her way through relationships and roles? The reality may lie somewhere in the middle. While each feud or alleged affair could have unique circumstances, the repeated appearance of her name in these controversies—
We are still waiting on the amended lawsuit from Blake Lively and Ryan Reynolds. They're supposed to be adding names or evidence, who knows, but today is the due date.
raises questions about who she really is beneath the curated exterior. Fans and critics alike continue to debate, especially since many high-profile figures— Jennifer Garner, Scarlett Johansson, Anna Kendrick, Kate Middleton, and even Leonardo DiCaprio appear to have walked away from Blake with a sour taste. Could that many separate incidents all be coincidence, or do they point to a pattern of problematic choices? In the end, the public only has partial truths. Official statements are scarce, and no one in the inner circle seems eager to confirm details. That leaves speculation to thrive. Perhaps Blake will eventually, former co-stars will dish unfiltered insights. But for now, we're left piecing together rumors, anecdotes, and telling gaps in public interactions. Until then, many will keep watching how Blake and Ryan Reynolds navigate their glamorous world. They post witty remarks, attend red carpet events in show-stopping outfits, and display their parenting life with 4 children. Meanwhile, critics remain on standby, ready to pounce on any hint of drama, like the Baldoni lawsuit, which could peel back more layers of how Blake handles conflict. For now, people who followed these rumors wonder if Blake will ultimately confront the gossip or maintain her usual silence. Will her public image stay golden, or will these recurring stories eventually tarnish her reputation? While the answers remain uncertain, one thing's clear: Blake Lively, despite her comedic social media posts and polished persona, is far from the uncontroversial figure many once believed her to be. That's the rundown of all the swirling reports about Blake Lively's alleged feuds and relationship entanglements. Whether you think she's an innocent victim of rumor mongering or a cunning operator who's left more than one relationship in ruins, the fact is these stories show no sign of fading. Whatever your stance, it's a prime example of how Hollywood's glossy exterior can mask deeper turmoil. And if there's one lesson to be learned from the pattern, it's that charm and humor can coexist with plenty of off-screen drama, whether real or merely rumored.